everyone. Basically, maths is a very easy and interesting subject if we get to know the simple techniques in it. In this video, we will be looking into few challenging problems from real numbers. Please do like and subscribe my channel to view all my upcoming videos. Now, let us move on to the first question. So, we are being given a set of numbers in A and another set of numbers in B. Then, we need to find the HCF of A and B. So first, let us find the primes of A. So from the given set of numbers, that is from 2 till 20, there are only 4 primes, which are 2, 3, 5 and 7. Similarly in B, we just have 3 primes, which are 3, 5 and 7. Therefore, the HCF of A and B has only the powers of 3, 5 and 7 because 2 is not at all given in B. Next, in A, 3 comes from its 3 multiples, which are 6, 12 and 18, and it is calculated as 3 into 2, 3 into 2 into 2 and 3 into 3 into 2. Now if you count the number of 3's here, you are going to get 3 power 4. Therefore, 3 power 4 is the greatest power of 3 in the prime factorization of A. Similarly, in the case of B, 3 comes from its other 3 multiples, which are 3, 9 and 15. And it is calculated as 3 into 1, 3 into 3 and 3 into 5. Again, if you count the number of 3's here, you are going to get 3 power 4. So even here 3 power 4 is the greatest power. Likewise, we need to do for 5 and 7. So if you take 5 from the given set of numbers, we are just having 2 multiples of 5, which are 5 and 10. So you will have 5 into 1 and 5 into 2. So there are only 2 numbers of 5 here, so you will have 5 power 2. Similarly for 7, we just have 1 multiple which is 7 itself. So we have 7 power 1. Therefore the HCF of A and B is 3 power 4 into 5 power 2 into 7 power 1. So this is the final solution for the given question. Now let us move on to the second question. That is, there are 2 positive numbers whose HCF is 12 and whose product is 6336. Here we need to find the number of pairs possible for the numbers. So now let us move on to the solution. First, let us take the numbers to be as 12x and 12y, where x and y are co-primes. Now the product of these numbers are going to be 12x into 12y, that is 144xy. Now just equate this 144xy to 6336. So we are going to get the value of xy as 44. Now we know the value of xy, and it can be written as the product of 2 factors in 3 ways, and they are 1 into 44, 2 into 22 and 11 into 4. But since x and y are co-primes, the pairs can just be 1, 44 or 4, 11. Because 2, 22 is not a co-prime, and hence that option must be completely declined. So only 2 pairs are possible. Therefore, only 2 number of pairs are possible for the given question. So this is the solution for the second question. Now let us move on to the third question. Yes, a circular field of circumference 360 km is being given, and 2 cyclists, namely Ram and Mohan, have started together, and they cycle at speeds of 12 km per hour and 15 km per hour respectively. So now at what time or after how many hours will both Ram and Mohan meet again at the starting point? So this is the question, and we need to find after how many hours will both of them meet. So first, let us write the given data. So total distance equal to 360 km. Whenever a question is being asked, either in maths or any subject, we need to develop the habit of writing the given data first, because it would really help us a lot later to solve the question. Now let us move on to the question. Next, speed of Ram is 12 km per hour. It is also given in the question. First, let us calculate the number of hours taken by Ram to just complete one round. So just apply the formula distance by speed, which is 360 by 12. So you're going to get 30 hours. Similarly, we need to do for Mohan. So speed of Mohan is 15 km per hour, and again calculate number of hours taken by Mohan to just complete one round. Similarly, apply the same formula. distance by speed, which is 360 by 15, and we are going to get 24 hours. Now we came to know after what time or after how many hours will both Ram and Mohan just complete one round. But the question asked is, after how many hours will both Ram and Mohan meet again at the starting point? So to find that, we need to find the LCM of 30 and 24. So first let us do the prime factorization of both the numbers. So for 30 it's going to be 2 into 3 into 5, whereas for 24 it's going to be 2 into 2 into 2 into 3. Now the LCM of 30 and 24 is 120. Therefore, Ram and Mohan will meet each other again only after 120 minutes. So now we found out after what time will both Ram and Mohan meet at the starting point. So this is the solution for this question. Now, yes, the fourth question. So here we are being given an equation and we are asked to find the condition. So let us read the question. If a plus bp power 1 by 3 plus cp power 2 by 3 equal to 0, where a, b, c and p are rational numbers and p is not a perfect cube, then in the sense here we need to find at what condition will the given equation get satisfied. So first let us write the given data, that is a plus bp power 1 by 3 plus cp power 2 by 3 equal to 0, and just mark it as your first equation. Now let us multiply p by 3 on both sides. Therefore we will get this equation, which will be simplified further to this. So we have ap power 1 by 3 plus bp power 2 by 3 plus cp power 3 by 3 equal to 0. Here it is cp power 3 by 3, which is nothing but cp power 1. So let us simplify it more further. Yes. So ap power 1 by 3 plus bp power 2 by 3 plus cp equal to 0, which is going to be our second equation. Now on multiplying equation 1 by b and equation 2 by c, then subtracting the equation 2 from equation 1, we will get this equation. So let us simplify it. So we will have b square minus ac of p power 1 by 3 plus ab minus c square p equal to 0. We need to note a point here. P power 1 by 3 is an irrational number, whereas ab minus c square p is a rational number. We already know the condition that sum of rational and irrational number cannot be 0. Therefore, b square minus ac p power 1 by 3 plus ab minus c square p can only be 0 only if b square minus ac is 0 and ab minus c square p is also 0. Then only the statement can be satisfied. Now we already wrote b square minus ac equal to 0. So if we just equate that, we will be getting b square equal to ac, which is the third equation. Again we already wrote ab minus c square p equal to 0. So just equate that and we are going to get this equation. Now let us equate these two equations such as LHS equal to RHS. So a square b square equal to c power 4 p square, which is our fourth equation. So from equation 4 we get something that a square into ac equal to c power 4 p square. From the third equation itself we came to know the value of b square as ac. So just substitute ac in the place of b square in the fourth equation. Next we are going to multiply that and we are going to get the equation as a cube c minus c power 4 p square equal to 0. Then if you simplify it further, you will get c equal to 0 or p square c cube equal to a cube. So we got the value of c as 0. C can only be 0 because on taking p square equal to a cube by c cube, we can easily get p square power 1 by 3 equal to a by c. But that is not at all possible because p power 2 by 3 is an irrational number, whereas a by c is a rational number. So the value of c can only be 0. Now we came to know the value of c. Just substitute that in the equation 3. That is b square equal to ac. So we are substituting 0 in the place of c. Hence we are going to get the value of b also to be 0. Now we know the value of b and c, that is 0. Just substitute that in equation 1. That is a plus bp power 1 by 3 plus cp power 2 by 3 equal to 0. So if you substitute, ultimately the value of a is also going to be 0. Hence we will be getting a equal to b equal to c equal to 0. Thus this is the required solution and condition for the given question. Hope you all understood all the solutions for all the given questions, and please do like and subscribe my channel to view all my upcoming videos. Thank you.